Hi everybody, welcome to Downward Dog Rising. It's Tracy here, and I'm going to give you a Yin hip release yoga workout tonight. So join me and let's begin. Hope everyone is doing well. Alright, let's start off on all fours. So I'm going to have you come into an all four position. And then what I want you to do here, see if you can unweight your wrists. If you have any carpal tunnel or wrist issues, I'm going to teach you how to get rid of it. So essentially, if you could elevate your breastbone upwards like that, lift the energy out of your wrists. Once you lift the energy out of your wrist, think of pulling it straight across your shoulder blades in your back, so it's like a bridge of support, and it just goes up the arms across middle back, and it shouldn't feel like energy collecting down into the wrist then. So try that, and then once you do that, I'm gonna have you take your hand behind your head and just take an inhale, look over your shoulder, exhale, come back. Inhale, look over your shoulder. Exhale, come back. 3 more. Just want you to breathe into the side of your rib cage. 2 more. Breathing in and breathing out. 1 more. And inhale, open. Exhale, come in. Hand to mat. Now do that on the other side. Inhale, side of rib cage expands laterally. Exhale, come back center. So you're going to inhale. Exhale, return. 3 more. Inhale. Exhale, return. 2 more. Good. 1 more time. Exhale. Hands on mat. Now you're going to exhale. Drop chin down. Drop tailbone down. Inhale. Really lengthen your spine apart. Exhale. Inhale. 3 more. Dropping chin, drop your tailbone. Stretch each side of your spine opposite ways. 2 more. Exhale. Inhale. 1 more time. You're going to exhale. Drop your chin, drop your tailbone. Inhale. Head away from tailbone. All right. Turn. Now, let's start in half of a butterfly. So we're going to take one leg straight in front of us. There's different ways to do a half butterfly. You could do like a side opener or Janusarasana. You could do a straight on butterfly. We're going to do straight on butterfly today. Take one leg straight in front of you. Equal weight, ground down through each of your sits bones you're sitting on. Then you're going to bring the sole of your foot to the inside of your thigh. And basically, I want you to, you're going to just rise right up out of your pelvis. Rise right up out of your pelvis, grounding down through your sits bones. Lengthen. We want to think of a string lifting our breastbone to the sky. And then right here from your hip crease, I want you to hinge forward. You can reach for your knee, shin, ankle, or toes. If you could reach your foot, you could always wrap hands around foot. You could put a little rolled up towel under the knee right here to give your knee extra support. Coming forward. So make sure you stretch up, you lengthen up in order to go forward. And just stay here and breathe. I'm gonna look at the time. Okay. Just gonna look at the time. Yep, got it. Find your edge. Greet yourself at it. Stay there and breathe. When you can go deeper, go deeper. Going inward. Yin is all about release. If you get injured, restorative yoga is better because it uses props and it can really help you recover. But for yin, you want to let your injury heal first so that you don't push to the edge when you have an injury. When you feel softness, go deeper into it. Yielding, releasing. I'm going to have you do like 90 seconds here. Just as a beginner, yin. Take another inhale here. And slowly just lift and lengthen up. Take your other leg, extend it out straight. Now you're going to fold sole of foot into inner thigh. Rise straight up. I want you to feel grounded down into your pelvis. Spine elongates, breathing in. Lengthen spine. Exhale, take it forward. And again, find that spot that you can hold with control. Stay here and breathe. Wherever you can reach. If it locks your bottom knee out, put a little pillow under there or a little rolled up blanket. You could even sit on a block if you like. Raising your pelvis, raising the floor up to you. Going inward, be the observer, just watch, observe. Any tightness, release it. Clinging is hard. Clinging is easy, I should say. Letting go is hard. If you have anything you're clinging to, just let it go. Breathing in and breathing out. Keep that spine reaching long. Take another deep inhale here. Slowly you're going to lift up. Bring arms down by sides. And I'm just going to have you bend in your knees. And just do a tiny little back bend. Lift heart chakra to ceiling, to sky. Breathing in. And exhale, release. Good. Breathing in. Exhale. One more time. You're just going to lift up, breathing in. And gently release. Next, I want you to do butterfly, full butterfly. Take the bottoms, soles of your feet together. And just slide them in a little closer towards you. So what I want you to do here, equal weight through each half of your pelvis. And then you're just going to lengthen, lifting upwards. Breathing in. Hip hinge, so we don't want to round our spine. So basically, you're in butterfly. You're rising up. Keep the elongation in your spine. And you're going to reach over the legs. You're going to have a little space. Your heels aren't going to be touching groin. You're going to have a little space there. You can come down to your forearms. If you could stretch your arms straight in front of you, whatever works for you. Going right up to the edge. I'm looking for my yoga block. Just gonna have my hands resting on it out in front of me. If you needed knee support, you could put a block under each knee or rolled up blankets, folded blankets. Breathing in and breathing out. Looking at the time, okay. Feel the back of your spine opening. And go a little deeper into the stretch. I'm going to take another deep inhale here. Softly exhale. Slowly bring our torso up. We're going to take our knees together now. Pull them in. Take your hands by your sides. You're just going to gently do a little windshield wiper. Relax shoulders out of ears. Nice little hip release. All right, come back in. Take your legs and extend them straight out in front of you. We're just going to extend our legs straight out. Maybe shake out your knees a little bit. Again, you could sit on a block. If your hips feel tight in here, you could sit on a rolled blanket. You could sit on a block to just rise up a little bit. So it's like you're bringing the floor to you. Creating a little bit of space here for hips, maybe low back. Also, you could put a blanket under the knees if that helped, just so they don't feel like they're locking. We're going to just lengthen all the way up. Breathing in. Bring that energy from our root chakra, Muladhara, all the way up to the crown chakra. And what I want you to do here, we're going to stretch forward. We never bend from our back, from our spine. We're going to bend, hinge from our hips. So we're going to go into caterpillar now. You can have hands here. Reach towards ankles. Going a little deeper, you can have your forearms on the floor. And just keep your spine reaching long. Stay here and breathe. I'm going to gently kind of pull my pinky toes apart. I have like an energy line going down the inner thighs. I'm just bringing the energy through the bottoms of the feet. Inhale as you lengthen your spine. Exhale as you go deeper into a stretch. Breathing in. Think about any outdated patterns you may have. Any outdated belief systems that no longer serve you. If you feel like you have extra weight on your back, maybe time to release, let some of the weight baggage go. Breathing in and breathing out. Opening the back of the spine, the back body right now. Breathing in. Eliciting a parasympathetic response, so it's calming immediately. We're actively reaching into a stretch by going to our edge, yet we're passively receiving. We're releasing into it. Just letting the tension melt and release. Really stretch breastbone long. Feel the back of the upper thighs lengthening. Back of the lower legs lengthening. You can flex feet for a deeper stretch if you like. Take one more deep inhale here, breathing in. And slowly we're going to rise up. From here, I'm going to have you just take one arm back. The other arm comes back. And then I'm going to have you do a little reverse plank. Feel your glutes engage. Press your heels firmly into your mat. And I just want you to lift up your pelvis. Feel gluteals working. Hips to sky. Chest is open. Breathing in. Lift a little higher if you can. 2 more deep inhales here. Breathing in. And gently exhale. Breathing in. Opening chest. And one more time. Gently lower pelvis to mat. Okay. Next exercise that I want you to do, I'm going to have you take one shin in front of you like this, parallel. And then I'm going to have you take the other, the quadricep muscle, thigh bone, parallel. I'm going to have you sit here for a moment. Stretch your arms into the air. Breathing in. And then you're going to breathe out. Breathing in. So see if you can get equal weight into each half of your pelvis right now. Rise up through the spine. Bring arms down by sides. I want you to stay here and breathe for a moment. Breathing in. And breathing out, lengthening upwards. Then what I'm going to have you do here, you can use a pillow or like a little yoga block by your side. I'm moving so you can see. I'm putting a block here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to stretch my hips a little bit by slowly going to stretch my breastbone and my spine long. And I'm just going to rest my forehead for a moment on the block. So we're just going to gently stretch forward and lengthen. Breathing in and breathing out. One more time. Slowly coming back in. Inhaling and exhaling. Good. So from here, I'm going to have you take the opposite shin parallel in front of you. I'm going to have you bring this thigh parallel and just rising up through your spine. Breathing in. And breathing out. Staying here for a moment. Equal weight in each half of your pelvis. Just feel your weight settling. Breathing in, rising up, exhale. We're going to take this little block. So this is deer pose, stretching up. You want to feel elongation here, lengthening through here. You're going to lift up, lengthen through spine. We're just going to slowly do a little stretch. Over resting, or you could rest your forehead like this. You could have a pillow underneath your body or a bolster. And just gently stretch forward. Breathing in. And breathing out. Feel that stretch through your side. Getting a little rotation in our spine. Breathing in. And breathing out. One more deep inhale. Just let your back release. Slowly, we're going to make our way back up. Turn back to the center. Inhaling and exhaling. So we're going to keep this shin parallel. So I have my left leg bent like that. And what I'm going to have you do next, take the right leg straight out. We're just going to place, I'm going to have you do like a little modified shoelace where you take your block. It's going to look like this. Instead of crossing knee over knee, I'm going to stop here where I put my ankle just a little higher than the knee joint, and I put a little block under my knee. Lengthening. Sides away, stretch long. Now what I want you to do here, I'm going to have you extend the right arm straight above you. And then you're going to bend and reach that arm behind your head. Then we're going to take this left arm and we're just going to reach it behind the back. So it's like half Gomukhasana. So it looks like this from a different angle. Taking one arm behind your back, taking the other arm. Sometimes the hands might touch behind the back. Just going to bring this here. Have a little block under my knee. I have runner's hips. It takes a bit for them to release. Just breathing in. Going into the stomach and lung meridians right now. do one more inhale here. So we're going to undo the arms. Take that leg out. Shake out your knees. We're going to do eagle arms, Garudasana. Your right arm is going to be on the bottom. Cross. Gently just lift. Elbows a little bit out away from you. Palms together. Feel the stretch in between your blades in your back. Breathing in. And release. 2 more times. Breathing in. And release. Let's do one more like this. And gently release. Next, you're going to take right leg, cross that ankle, a little higher than the kneecap. The left leg is reaching long. You can have a little yoga block under your knee if you need a little extra support. We're going to rise up, lift that left arm up, lengthen up through spine, reach behind your back. Now we're going to take this other hand and stretch and reach it behind our back. Only do what's comfortable on your shoulders. Careful, you don't want to overdo it on your shoulder joints. Lengthen up through the spine. And stay here and take a few breaths. Keep lengthening spine. And it's natural if your hands touch on one side or if they don't touch and one side's a little closer. We're not totally symmetrical on each side as much as we'd like to be. It's not like we're robots programmed with a certain numerical value on each side where we move exactly the same way on our bodies on each side. So we kind of overdevelop certain areas while other areas may be underdeveloped. So no worries if you think you feel uneven, no worries at all. We strive just to become more balanced. That way we don't injure ourselves. Just yield into the stretch. And be open to receive the benefits of releasing the tension out of your system. Take one more deep inhale here. And gently you're going to take that arm, release the other arm, extend your leg out, maybe shake out your knees. We're going to do eagle arms on the other side, left arm on the bottom. Gently cross, bring palms together. And we're just going to lift those elbows slightly out in front of us. Breathing in, rising up through the spine, sinking down into the pelvis. Take a few breaths here. You're just lifting those elbows away from your shoulders slightly. Breathing in and breathing out. Feel the stretch in between your shoulder blades, middle of your back. And let's take one more inhale here. And gently, we're just going to release those arms. Take your arms behind your back. And get a little stretch through the front. And gently release. Good. Okay, next exercise, I'm going to have you do a little fire log. So we did half. We're going to do parallel shin knee, knee ankle. If I slide back, you'll see my legs don't go flat all the way down. They start a little higher as I'm trying to release my hips. You can have a block if you needed a little extra support under that knee. I'm going to rise up. If your legs are already flat, you can hip hinge forward, stretching forward. If not, you might want to lengthen up through the spine to give your hips more time to release. And just bringing arms down by sides. Flex your feet. I'll protect knees and hips. Create a little openness in the hips as well. So this is a really good one to open the hips. I'm going to continue. I'm going to press play for the next one. Let's see if it does it. Just keep going. A few more deep inhales here. And one more. Then from here,